teach our traders here in F1 Academy of Technical Analysis. You see, when we scalp, we only aim to profit from a few cents or percentage increase. For an example, here we have a potential bullish flag on the 20th of June 2022. When it breaks above the trend line, the next day, we can buy and then sell on the same day for a 3% profit, which is what one of our students actually did. He made 3.04% profit in a single day from that trade. Another example, take a look at this. After analyzing the daily chart, our student dived into the intraday chart. Then he saw a potential buy during a rebound from this sharp drop and made a quick profit of 1,200 ringgit. So you see, that's what our students are capable of doing, scalping the market independently. And so, do you learn something from this? How much a scalper can earn, how much capital they need, and also how scalping works in general. So, if you want to learn how to independently scalp the market, check out our social media page, Facebook and Instagram. Contact us and join our F1 FIFO stock trading course. See you there.
Hi everybody, my name is Fred Tam and I am the founder and the CEO of F1 Technical Analysis. Do you know how to pick the correct stocks? If you don't, then why not let me and my team do the analysis for you? I do that night after night. I look at every chart every night, and I know which stock is moving and which stock is not. And those stocks that are moving, I will choose and pick it up and put it into my newsletter. I'll send it over to you. So if you want to know which stocks can go up tomorrow, when to take a profit when you're right, when to cut loss when you're wrong, if you like to subscribe to my newsletter, then click the link below. Let us ride this bull together. Hi everybody, my name is Fred Tam and I am the founder and the CEO of F1 Technical Analysis.
Right?
Do you know how to pick the correct stocks? If you don't, then why not let me and my team do the analysis for you? I do that night after night. I look at every chart.
Hello. That's. Hello everybody. Welcome to our market outlook and stocks to watch. All right, so my name is Afnan and here with me is Mr. Fred Tam. All right, before we start, can we do a sound check? All right, so can you hear me? If you can, please comment clear. All right, so let's see if our sound is clear, nice and clear. Any responses? Okay, just waiting for a while. How's our sound? All right, testing. 1, 2, 3. Right, thanks for the like. I can see someone liking. From Mohammed Fairuz Abdullah, clear. All right. Eng Kyung Chu, clear. From at loud and clear. All right, hi guys. All right, thank you for the responses. So how is everyone doing? I hope you guys had a great weekend plus the Malaysia Day public holiday. It was indeed a long weekend. All right, and yeah, I have a small favor to ask. If you guys can like and share this video for your friends to join and benefit as well, that'll be great. And thank you so much. More responses coming in. Asri Ali, clear. Lawrence Lee, clear. Okay. Thank you guys for your responses. Now, just to break the ice a bit, how was your weekend or holiday? Do you mind sharing? You can type in the comment section. So, as for me, previously I did say I was going to eat with my friends, go fishing, and go to the gym. And guess what? I
You
did
did
all
all
that
that.
except going to the gym. Okay, so there's a guilty pleasure kind of feeling when you eat so much and you don't exercise. Well, that's how I feel. What about you, Mr. Fred? What do you do during the holiday?
Well, it was a quiet weekend for me. So, along the lines that you did, except minus the fishing part. Okay. Uh, well, I jalan-jalan in the Mid Valley, I went to swim, I went to the gym, and watch Netflix.
All right, that's
Yes.
all. Okay.
That's about all that I did, and
Mm.
reading the news about today. Yeah,
Yeah, I
about the
see. I see.
inflation news. Most of that are
Oh.
inflation news. Yeah. Well,
Okay, well, all right. More responses from Wanzo. Okay, loud and clear. Alex, hi Afnan, and Mr. Fred. Hello, hello. Hmm. All right. Yeah, we both know that you guys love the Q&A session. All right. So if you have anything to ask, anything technical related, you can ask us and stick with us until the end because that's where we will answer your questions. Okay, so that's enough ice breaking. So let's begin to talk now, shall we?
sure.
Okay. So before we begin, as usual, I have to read out to you this disclaimer. So this talk is for information and educational purposes only and should not be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell any of the stocks mentioned herein. The speakers or his staff may have positions in some of these stocks. Okay, so the talk content is very simple. It's just market outlook, the latest update, stocks to watch, and also the Q&A session. All right, so as of today, 19th September, 12:30 p.m. Let's take a look at the market breadth. Gainers 173, all right. Losers 669. Okay, and KLCI is currently down by 16.2 points at 1,451.11. Turnover is almost a billion, but nah, it didn't exceed. So yeah, it is still less than a billion up until 12:30 p.m. Okay, so now going to our market outlook, this I should ask Mr. Fred Tam. So, Mr. Fred, what's your view of the market for today?
Mm. Hi, everybody, and good afternoon to our market outlook talk. Thank you very much for your presence today. I'm indeed honored and pleasure, okay, for you to be given the opportunity to share with you some of my views regarding the market. Let's take a look at the KLCI today. Here is the KLCI chart. Now, today it dropped 16.2 points or 1.1% to 1451. And if you draw a two trend lines connecting the high to the high and the low to the low, you see that it's breaking out of a triangle. Okay.
Hmm.
And when it does, we call it a wedge. But nonetheless, whichever way you call it, it's a breakdown. So in that sense, it's not uh, it's not very bullish. In fact, our view is that we are more bearish right now than bullish. Well, last Thursday we already did mention it was sideways to down, and we were not wrong. We were correct. And now what's happening is we have a confirmation of a breakdown of the L1, L2 support area, which is around the 1464 area. It broke down already. But don't forget, right now it's only half a day. So we still have to see the other half of the day, right? And now if we continue to stay down, then we have a confirmed bear market, and therefore KLCI, you should continue to stay out. Like I say, we already on last Thursday called a stay out. So right now it remains the same, right? So we are staying out, right? Both in the KLCI, and then the other one is on the mid and small cap. Wait, we haven't gone to that yet.
Okay.
So now, but yet we still not know what's going to happen the second half of today. If, for example, it rebounds instead of staying down and goes back up again, then we could have what we call a fake breakdown. Fake means it's a false breakdown, and then there's a pullback. Now, when that happens, then you could possibly institute a strategy called buy on dips, BOD, to buy on dips. So our view is monitor the situation today. It's pretty crucial. Crucial. If it does rebound from this area, then we have a potential bottoming out pattern, right? And the Japanese candlesticks are very good at catching all that. It's called a hammer. It's called the doji. It's called a bullish engulfing. It's called a morning star, and so on and so forth, right? And then we can institute our four conditions, right, for buying on dips. Now, but not many of you are in CI. So let's look at before that, yeah. If you look at the CI using indicators, right? Just now was chart patterns, indicators, then it is continue to stay below the moving average. Now the TAD continue to give you sell signal. The stochastic remains sell signal, and the MACD remains a sell signal. So indicator-wise, it continues to stay weak. So it's consistent between chart patterns and indicators. Now, let's take a look at the mid and small cap index. Now, mid and small cap index fell from 17 or 20,000, sorry, 493, right down to the 16,250 level and bounce of it. Right now, it is consolidating, and actually it is also breaking down. Again, not very nice. So both the mid and small cap index and the KLCI index, it's a stay out. That's our view
So
for today.
is there any like reasons for this? Like why is today so
Oh,
soft?
yeah. And one of the main reasons is because of, I think, it's hotter than expected inflation data, coming out of the US. That's the fundamental reason behind it, right? And so the Fed's, expected to raise interest rates, by another 100 basis points. So that's about the main reason behind the weakness of the Asian markets today. Not to mention that the Dow dropped to 1,200 points, and then another 138 points, I think. But don't forget, at 30,000, just above 30,000, it's still above the 30,000 level on the Dow. So it's too premature to write it off that the bear market is there.
I see. I
Right.
see.
Mm.
So right now we are more to bearish, isn't it right?
Yeah. We're in a bear market. There's no doubt about it. The CI wise, the mid and small cap wise, but that doesn't mean that there are no stocks to watch. I mean, it's not like it's totally black, totally white. There are certain gray areas. There are certain stocks that are still bucking the trend. We did talk about it last Thursday. If you remember,
Yeah.
it's an IPO kind of place, right? IPO stocks, if one had bought it on August the 1st until today, you still would be making money. And we have a slide regarding that. Maybe a bit later on, we'll pull out that slide.
Okay. So the key thing here is in a bearish market, not all are bearish.
Rich?
some, maybe a handful might be uptrending. So those are the ones that we have to pick, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. So stock picking is actually the key, or stock selection, so to speak, is the key. If you pick the right stocks, you could still be profiting in a bear market. So the question is, the challenge is, where do you find these gems, right? Now we have our scanner, which we can help do that, but we also got our TAD that can do that. So basically, it's the staircase stocks that we got to identify. And you might ask me, what is a staircase stock? Right? Staircase stock is a stock that's making a high and a high. Every you get a pen, you can also draw. Um, it goes up, it pulls back, and it goes up and make a high that is higher than the previous high. And when it pulls back, you make a low that is higher than the previous low. So it goes up by steps, and so that's a definition of a stock in an uptrend. And and you can find, and there are stocks like that. Now, examples of stock like that are like the small caps and the mid cap stocks, especially the new issues, mostly the new issues, they're like that. I know we've got a list of them, right? Lgms, we got ACMO, okay, now, and Sengil, right, Gile, right, and the SYP Tech, and Infotech, etc., etc. Of course, right now you say, these stocks are correcting. So, where is there the signal to purchase, right? At the moment, we already got out, okay, and it is correcting right now correctly. But don't forget that it is still above the 50 moving average. So, which is the definition of a uptrend. And so it remains in an uptrend. So the pullback is actually an opportunity to be buying on dips, provided it makes a U-turn. Right? And when it makes a U-turn, how do we know that it's a U-turn? The Japanese candlestick can tell us there's a U-turn. Then we have a Fibonacci can tell us the pullback is 38, 50, or 62%, which is also another sign of a U-turn, right? And the stochastic oversold, right, is also a sign of a U-turn. And moving average is a sign of U-turn, and a high, low. Now, all of these conditions, if it is met, then we have a BOD signal upon us. So let's monitor the situation this afternoon, and if there is a rebound, a U-turn, then we have a BOD. Otherwise, continue to stay out, and the IPO place might just probably may have it could be at the pivoting point today. It's quite crucial, right? That's basically we so indirectly IPOs are basically a place are the ones that are still the bright sparkler in this not so bright market scenario.
I see. So the key point here is, yes, we go for uptrending stocks. Many people know this. We go for uptrending stocks, but not many people know that we also have to choose the right technique in uptrending stocks. So previously we mentioned buy and breakout, but when everything is weak, potentially rebounding, we go for the buying on dips technique. All right. So because they are jumping up and down like kangaroo, I think today is a good example.
Good example. So what we can do is, okay, I mean, we all know that there's a bull market and there's a bear market, but not many of us know that there is a kangaroo market. So a bull market is one that is making a higher high and a higher low. The bear market is one that is making a lower low and a lower high. But a kangaroo market is jumping up and down. So one could actually profit from a kangaroo market. And currently, there are some stocks that are jumping up and down. And even the IPO stocks, they are jumping up and they're jumping down. And so for very short-term players, the way is to profit is that you do the right technique. So what is the right technique is that you look in a kangaroo market, and this is what you do that you cannot make money. You go and buy early in the morning. Let's show the kangaroo chart.
Okay.
So now, you go and buy early in the morning. So the kangaroo jumps, right? But before you can start it off, the kangaroo comes back down again. So you are buying and holding. Can you make money? The answer is you cannot make money if you buy and you're not fast enough to sell, and the kangaroo comes back down. But if you buy and then as the kangaroo jumps, you sell it off within a day before the kangaroo comes down, you make money. And so that's what the kangaroo technique is all about. And you could profit using the kangaroo technique in an uncertain market like that as well.
Hmm. Okay, so that's one of the beauty of kangaroo technique. The shorter term you play, the more versatile it is. Like you can apply in a bull market, sideways market, bearish market, right? Such as the kangaroo technique.
Like for example, the buy on dips is actually a kangaroo technique. When now we after the pullback and makes a rebound and you buy on dip. So as the kangaroo jumps, you sell it off, right? And then you take a profit and pull back again. And if it continue its uptrend, which is the IPO play, you re-enter buy. You re-enter buy, and then the kangaroo jumps again, makes a higher high, you sell it off again, and then the kangaroo comes back down, makes a higher low, and then you re-enter back. And so you still can have a kangaroo technique in the middle of an uptrend in the IPO place.
IPO. Shall we show them the chart?
Yeah.
The table comparison between the indices and
Yeah.
the IPO stocks.
Correct. So I've identified that the kangaroo, the IPO plays are the ones that can profit in an uncertain market like this, when the CI stocks and the mid and small cap stocks really, there's nothing to look at all, right? The bright spark, okay, in this present scenario is basically these stocks, right? So we read all this before. They are 1 to 12. Shall we go over it again?
All right.
Lgms, for example, okay, AGMO, SYP Tech,
SFP Tech.
See, I always, so that's why I like to use the word San Francisco Tech, SFP, Tech, Sengile, Synergen, Infotech, Systech, UMC, Optimax, Olga Bio, and Coraza, right? And uh, so based on yesterday's, in fact, based on this, is it? Yes, this is yesterday. Based on yesterday's close.
Thursday.
This Thursday, 15 of 15 of September's close. Now you compare from beginning of 1st of August until the 15th of September, you can see that if you're invested into all these small little IPO plays, you would have made the percentages will be from 39% right down to 31%, right? Whereas if you had put your money into KLCI stocks, you would have made no money. Because why? KLCI stocks were in sideways from August to yesterday, which is on Thursday. And it was even down 1.85%. Same with mid and small caps. If you buy any mid cap and small cap index, you would have minus 8.87%. However, with the 12, you still on the green. All of them are green. I mean, it's not half, right? That kind of thing. So it's so certain that there is play in that. But these couple of days, they have dropped sizably, quite a lot. But still, they're in green. So now we're going to wait this afternoon and see if they can be maintained, or rather there is stability and makes a U-turn. If so, then there is indeed a buying opportunity called BOD. If not, even these stocks, we are going to stay out.
Okay, so that's a very interesting sharing on the performance of the IPOs.
Now over to you, Afnan. You have got something to share with us as well. Some kangaroo examples. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Recent ones, yeah.
So these are, and also I added something here to give you guys a clearer picture, like how Kangaroo works, how the technique works. All right. So this one is no secret if you know technical analysis, Fibonacci projection. All right. Because you might be wondering, hey, how do we? It's an intraday chart. So, sorry, it's on a you trade daily. So if you were to look at daily chart, how do you get a target like for that particular day? So one thing is you have to go into the intraday chart, all right? And then Fibonacci projection, it works the same. You have to choose, you have to draw your point A, B, C. Okay, it works the same on the daily chart, on the 5 minutes, 15 minutes chart. The point works the same. You find that point, then you can draw your Fibonacci projection. All right. So that's on targeting. As for the technique, well, it's the same kangaroo technique. Look for any chart pattern or consolidation breakout. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you'll get a buy signal and then you stand by when to exit. So in this case, can you see? This is my point A, B, and C. So usually the 100% is quite achievable and it gives you more gains than the 62%. So if you're to aim for that, all right, in this example, your target price would be at 1 ringgit and 42 cents. So that's a 7 cents in profit or 5.19% in just 2 hours. Okay.
So basically, in kangaroo trading or technique, it is you buy today and then you sell today, isn't it?
Yes.
So yes, so it's a fast in, fast out line, that kind of thing. Because you're worried that if it doesn't sell today, it's going to come back down. You know, that's called a kangaroo hop, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
Right. So that's why that's the reason behind it. And so one can see that even within one day, one can make 5% which is the whole idea of this technique of trading, is to make a daily small profit. It's not small actually; it's more than 5%.
Yes.
If you can do it consistently, 20 days is 100% already. So of course you don't. Not every day is a Sunday, so you might just do 50%, but still fantastic. 50% a month, so that kind of thing. But the challenge is there, you got to be
consistent. All right, that's the challenge.
But technique can help you, right, to be more consistent. That's where our technique, the kangaroo technique, and which we are going to teach, in this course coming on the 24th of September, right? Just mark it down in your diary, okay, somewhere. Right? For those of you who want to learn.
Okay, so next stock here, Sangil or Sangil, however you pronounce it. Okay, so same thing here. Look for consolidation or chart pattern breakout. You get your signal. As for targeting, all right, you can use Fibonacci projection would be the most common technique here, right? So in this case, you can see if you use the 100%, all right, you will have a target here at 55.5 cents. So if you to follow this setup, you get 3.5 cents in profit or 6.73%. And in this one, it's just within 45 minutes. So how good is that?
Wow, very good. Well, you get 6.73% in 45 minutes. Gosh, if I get this, and I do trade and get these kind of results, quite commonly. What I do, I just close my laptop and then go down to Tangkap Coffee House and then have a cup of coffee with a friend and chit chat and wait for tomorrow and then we have another new trade. Now I was going to ask you, what are they going to learn? Just now you mentioned two techniques, which is interesting for those newbies here who may not know. What is the Fibonacci and what is the chart pattern? Will they be taught in this class?
Yes, actually they will, but these are the basics, Fibonacci and what's the other one?
Oh, chart patterns.
Chart patterns, yes. These are basic technical analysis, which will be taught to you guys in our 10 pre-recorded videos, right? In the live session, it's straight away to the kangaroo technique, all right? So that's why before that class, you have to learn up the basic of technical analysis from the videos.
But yeah, if at all, they can't catch up, they don't not to worry because there's an after class, isn't it? Where you're in a Telegram group, and you'll be able to ask questions continuously, and with the lecturers because all of us will be in the support group, right? So that's where if you're I'm not sure about how the Fibonacci works, exactly. Then after class, you can ask questions like that, that kind of thing. So no worries about that.
That's the learning process. Okay. Next one, LGMS. Same thing, consolidation or chart pattern breakout. You see the breakout, that's your entry signal. But as for exiting, where to take profit, all right. So in this case, you can use a Fibonacci projection again. All right. If you were to target here, okay, it's just a 3 cents profit, 2.61% in 45 minutes. Okay, it's almost 3%, but that's how trading is. Sometimes you achieve 3% or more. Some days you earn less. That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But roughly, based on experience, if we were to take the average percentage of our target or profit, it's actually 3%. It's just 3%. All right. It's not 5% or 6%. So meaning you only have to aim 3% doing scalping using the F1 FIFO technique to be profitable. So imagine if you can afford to put 10,000 ringgit inside stock and you only aim to make 3% per day, that is 300 ringgit profit per day. So imagine you trade one time on that day, 300 ringgit profit. Okay, close laptop. Next day, you repeat. If you do it consistently, all right, your profit per month can be up to 6,000 ringgit, all right, with 20 days of trading. Okay, so it can plus minus below and above this value because again, when you trade, you sometimes earn 5%, 6%, or even 7%. Right?
And if you can do that half 50% of the days, you can earn already 3,000. So for every 10,000, one makes 3% is a very good return to me.
Okay, so we have this saying 3% a day can keep the doctors away.
Yeah.
Right? So one really nice thing about this is that you don't have to aim high, all right? You just have to lama sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit. So just accumulate 3%, 3%, 3%, all right? And in the long run, you'll be profitable. So some may be wondering where can you guys learn this technique? All right, it's in our upcoming FIFO class. All right, it's this September, 24th September on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. All right, it's just 3 hours. All right, so this is the price. All right, and you'll get the 10 preparation videos that I mentioned, the basic TAs. All right, you have to learn, watch, and digest that first before you come for the class. All right, so in this intake, we'll actually teach you how to be a successful scalper. Okay, so here are the real results from our FIFO students. So all the students, they are independent, right? So this one, he made 7.14% return in 45 minutes from Syscorp. All right, all this trading setup is from him alone. All right, and then here, Lady Trader, she's been with us for a long time, 8.8% or 5,300 ringgit profit in 2 hours. Again, also independent. All these setups are their own.
So, yeah, but we taught them all these setups, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We teach them how to find such a setup, and then they do it themselves, right?
Yes.
That's the objective, to make you guys efficient and independent. So in this one, if you know this pattern, it's a rounding bottom, very simple. Okay. So just based on this chart pattern, there can be a signal and then there's a target, and the students can take action themselves. This is Orgabio, right? A recent IPO stock. So 2.77% in 30 minutes.
Here's a good example in Orgabio that if you didn't take, you see how it came back down today, a couple of days already, including today. I think it's 36, is it? So see, This is what I mean by kangaroo hops. Overall, the trend is still up, you know. So if you are a swing trader, that's fine. But meanwhile, you are a kangaroo trader, you already make your money first. And then now you are looking to buy on dips. You already have round 2, round 3, round 4.
Mhm.
You see what I mean? Right? That's the beauty about this kangaroo technique. Huh?
All right.
Mm.
And then another one, lady trader again, 1.7K profit, 6.66% within a day on ACMO using simple technique. All right.
Mm.
But all this, you have to know how to pick the right stocks out of from the 1,000 over counters in the
Oh,
KLSE.
but they're taught, right?
Yes, of
They are
course,
you
of
taught
course.
how to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm.
All right. Another one, 4.3% in 1 hour. So you can see here, they all pick up trending stocks, but how to enter which technique to use on that uptrending stock, right? That is the question. All right. So that's why technique is very important. Same goes to here, all uptrending stocks, you have to use the right technique. Okay, and then here, the last one, all right, this is also an IPO stock. That's why we have been mentioning IPO, selected IPO stocks are in play. Okay, so with this, 4.2% profit in 30 minutes. So these students, they of course they have to learn, get used to the routine, and properly understand the technique. Right. So as they learn, they practice, they can come up with this result once they become independent and efficient. All right, the 10 preparation videos I mentioned. Okay, here it is. So if you're wondering what's inside, you can see here there's the the technical analysis, basic ones that you need. All right, such as over here, we have chart construction. All right, and then followed by basic concepts of trend. All right, and then followed by all right trend lines. Okay, support and resistance. There's a Fibonacci retracement and projection. So this is the one that I demonstrated just now, how to use Fibonacci projection. All right, for chart patterns, I know there are many chart patterns, but over here, we'll only teach you the ones that you need because we want to make it simpler for you guys, right? So you can see stop loss also is taught. How to use our indicators, the turtle and fast turtle is also here. So that's why it's important for you guys to learn up these videos before you join the 3 hours live session. Okay, so other than that, in the FIFO course, what you will learn is the daily routine as a FIFO trader, all right? And the systematic and rule-based entry exit strategy.
Yeah. If I may interrupt a little bit, Afnan.
Yes.
So this daily routine as a FIFO trader, this is where just now you were mentioning how one is able to pick 10 stocks, for example, out of 1,000 over stocks in the KLSE.
Yes.
So the answer is here's the secret.
Yes, the daily routine. All right. So once you pick the
In
right
fact,
one,
not even 10. From 10, you reduce to 2 to 3. And you just monitor that and trade that every day. Every day there will be a new fish for you to eat. So punching, you even know how to catch the fish. Because we taught you the technique of fishing. And this is a good thing about teaching the fish rather than giving a fish. Because if you are given a fish, you eat for a day. But if you are taught the technique of fishing, you can live for a lifetime. So that's the beauty.
Yes. So the systematic and rule-based entry exit strategy is also taught. With this, you will know how to pick the right FIFO stocks for that day out of all the 1,000 counters in the KLSE. And of course, how to enter and exit is based on our F1 FIFO breakout trading method. And of course, money management specifically for FIFO is also taught. All right. Other benefits you'll get is once you attend the course, you'll be inside our exclusive F1 FIFO Telegram group where you will no longer trade alone and in isolation because inside that group, you have like-minded FIFO traders, our past students, both new and experienced one, right? And of course, our technical analysts are also inside. So over there, we actually do live FIFO discussion, all right? So we don't give signals, but from just discussing, it gives you trading ideas or alerts, okay, for that day. For example, if one is to say, hey, I think ACMO is moving up, right? It's just a discussion, but you can use that as an idea of what to monitor for that day. All right, so extra eyes are always good when we're trading the market.
And you won't be trading alone. That's what I mean by that. Extra eyes. We are the eyes.
Okay, so if you guys are interested, you can hurry up and register, and you'll get this free chart patterns analysis book if you sign up within the next 48 hours. All right, the
Wow.
book's right here, and you can have it have your name signed
Optical.
by the author himself. Okay, so these are the numbers. Okay, so today we cut short the slides. Now we're gonna open to the floor. So guys, questions. All right.
Any questions like the ask?
Someone requests volume increase. All right, let me check. Okay, test. I hope it's louder now. All right, there's a question from Nur Iman. Hi, Sifu and Afnan. Can comment on Synergen, SFP Tech, and Infotech. Thank you. All right, shall we pull out a chart?
Yeah, we still got time. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's take a look at the first one is Synergen. All right, okay, let me share my screen. Okay, Synergen. All right, so you want to comment on this, or shall I do it?
Yes, let me comment on it.
Okay.
There's a double top, right? And at 105, notice that the first target is hit, and then now it stage a pullback. But at the current price, right? Okay, you if you had taken profit, that's fine, that's great. You look for a BOD at the moment because this stock is still number one overall bullish. Why do I say so? Because you draw a trend line, okay, it's still above the trend line, whichever way. Yeah. So this is the most current trend line. See, it's still above that. That shows number one is still bullish. Number two, it's still above the moving average, the blue color one, and not the red. The red is 20. So the blue one. So therefore, it is still bullish. Now, so you like to look for it to bounce off the trend line for a start. So that will be around the 86 cents area, or that area first. If it's and if that area holds, then it bounces off. Look for a Japanese candlestick reversal, bullish reversal pattern to buy. So at the moment, it is monitoring Synergen, right? Now, if you taken your profit, then you stay aside. You monitor. Look, number one, look for a bullish Japanese candlestick reversal pattern or a 1-2 rule to buy. 1-2 cha-cha-cha, we call it. Because it is already still above the moving averages and is above the trend line, and the stochastic is not here. Let's draw a stochastic. The stochastic should be on oversold. Still not also. This is 533, okay, still not. So let's look at stochastic. For it to hook back, the blue must be above the red, okay. To buy. So right now it's the monitoring stage. Now one more, the Fibonacci. If you draw a line connecting Fibonacci connecting the low to the high, you see the pullback. Pullback of 38% is about 83. So it's still above the 38%. So it's still relatively bullish, this stock.
All right, so that's a good insight. So if you see here, if it bounces off from the trend line, that's good. Or if not, if it can bounce off from the 38.2%, okay, and if the 50 EMA is around that level as well by that time, then it can be a good support. All right. So Synergen, in short, overall direction is still up, but right now facing some pullback. All right. So when it does turn around, we'll come back. Okay, so we can move on to the next chart. SFP Tech. Let's see. All right, SFP Tech, here it is. Okay, you want to comment on this?
Yeah, this is even better. Right now it's resting on the resistance come support line, turn support line, and that would be the 146 area. So again, just like Synergen, look for a BOD opportunity, which means the Japanese candlestick buy signal. Okay, you can be a hammer confirmation. Okay, so the quicker way is to use the 1-2 rule, which is a fast turtle that will give you a up arrow. Right now, nothing happening yet, but it's still bullish. Still bullish.
Yeah.
Mm.
I would say it's resting currently. Even the
This-
last few candles, volume is decreasing, right?
And it is much stronger than Synergen.
Hmm.
Both are in an uptrend. This is a stronger uptrend. Okay.
Okay.
It
Next.
might appear frightening, but if you look at, if you know the technicals, you see that all these IPO plays, they are still in a bullish trending
Okay.
mode.
Yeah. The next one, Infotech. All right, let's take a look. All right. So you want to do this?
Again, yeah, okay. So again, Infotech is like the second one as SYP.
SFP Tech. SFP Tech. San
Yeah,
Francisco.
you do a resistance and support, but not connecting the shadows, connecting the close. Correct. Low a bit. Yeah, you draw a line across. See where it's stopping? It is stopping right at the previous resistance and support. And there's a doji. So let's monitor this afternoon. And again, like we mentioned, look for a rebound. Okay, and in this case, it won't give you a 1-2 kind of a signal, a buy signal yet. But based on Japanese candlestick, it may be even an earlier entry. Look for another now it's doji, right? And so even if it's a doji and it doesn't deteriorate from this point, that's it. It's got the rest around here. It's doji means indecision, and seen after a downtrend, it's a possible bottom. In other words, if you are still holding this, it's not time to sell. Okay? It's resting. In fact, look for it another BOD opportunity. And if you draw a trend line, again, same thing. The trend lines are bullish, connecting low to low is bullish. The moving average, you can't get a 50 because of the short duration that is being listed. There's no 50-day moving average. It's just tested the 20 days and it still is bullish on the 20 days, right? So all the technical indicators are still bullish. High, high, higher, low. So that's it. It's still a bullish counter.
Just resting. All right.
Mm.
Next, we have, is it BJ Food? No, it's LGMS first. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, LGMS.
Yeah.
Okay, so here it is for LGMS. You want to take this one?
I let you take.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let me see here. Previous all-time high is actually at 1.45. Okay. All right. That's the latest high, right? So ever since it went to that high, right, price has been pulling back. Okay, but it's currently resting at the 200 at the 20 EMA, right? But in terms of trends, you see, based on 50 EMA, it is still bullish. So just like the market in general, it is experiencing a pullback, right? So as long as major supports are not broken, trend remains intact, right? So that's my view on LGMS.
And the resistance and support, it hits there. It's sitting at the previous resistance and support.
Around
Around 118, yeah, 120 there, 117.
117.
Well, yeah, exactly that. Yeah, correct. Around there.
Okay,
And
so we just have to
monitor.
just like most stocks right now.
Mm.
Okay, other than LGMS, someone's request for BJ
DJ Food.
Food. Okay, so this is not IPO stocks, but
No.
it's all right.
See, the pattern is very different from just now all those four stocks you mentioned.
Okay, so here if we draw a
This is
trend
not
line,
that bullish.
yeah.
Mm.
So if we draw a trend line, yes, there's a breakout here. But if we were to look at it, like this, okay,
But still bullish in that sense.
yes,
It's sideways,
yeah. In a larger picture, this is how it looks like. I would say sideways with a bullish bias. Okay, why? Because recently there was there's currently a breakout of the turtle resistance. Price is also above both moving averages. All right, so this one we can actually just monitor.
All right.
Okay, next one. Hello, Afnan and Sifu Fred. Can comment on Jetson and Chgp, please. Thank you in advance. Okay, Jetson. Okay, let's take a look at Jetson. All right. So if you look at it like this, okay, what do you think, Mr. Fred?
It's on the weaker side.
Yes.
To stay aside, it's making a lower high and a lower low. It's in a downtrend channel still,
Yes.
and it might test the top of the channel, but it's definitely a stay
Yes.
aside. So
you see, based on our indicators as well, the red arrows, it is technically weak. You see how it bounces off nicely from the trend line. So that's when it turn around. And currently, yes, there is a short-term momentum upward, but it can just possibly test the trend line here, only to continue going down after that, unless there is a new and stronger breakout that occurs. Okay, so Jetson in short is technically weak at the moment. Next is CHGP. I don't think I've heard of this one. Wow.
It's very illiquid. That's why. Yeah.
Okay.
It never appeared in our radar.
All right. Okay, but still, if we were to talk about its technical outlook, what do you think?
Well, I think, first of all, technical analysis don't work in illiquid markets, right? Because there's not enough of players to play it. When you get one or two players, you're only controlling this. He's actually can move it up and down like a puppet on the string. He pull this side, he pull that side. So there's no way technical analysis works. Technical analysis works when there's no one person is in control. So you have the volumes are huge. So that's why we need volume before we analyze the stock. So I mean, it can go up one day like that, but the next day that guy doesn't appear. He goes Chakwat, he goes into Yamcha. That's it. The market comes back. So you don't see any trend at all.
Okay, but
we want to stay away from stocks.
But do keep in mind that stocks that are illiquid over after some time, they can become liquid one day. All right. So for CHGP, you can see volume just starting to come in. The candles, okay, compared to last time now, it's forming just slightly better, right? But it is very, very volatile today. You can also say it's kangaroo.
Yeah, you look at the previous volume, Afnan, it spurts. It go up like a mountain top, then disappear, mountain top and disappear.
Even if you look at the value here, it's very low on certain days. Okay, so hence it's very few players.
Yeah.
But today is an exception.
Yeah, and then you get a buying climax, and then you chase it, and then you end up, being the last buyer, and you get caught. It's no pattern at all. I don't see anything. What I mean is there are still other stocks that one can play. So why do you want to play something like that?
Okay, next one, Armada. All right, this stock I haven't seen it for a while.
It's an energy stock.
Okay, so in terms of trend line, yes, there was a breakout which coincide with our indicator green arrows. So it's still early, but technically speaking, based on our system, it is a bullish, all right, but it's the slow and steady kind. But also keep in mind that the candles are also, I would say, a bit erratic. It's very hard to move because it's a cheap stock.
Yeah, okay. It's a penny stock. So, when you say cheap, also not get cheap. It's not like a 10 cent, 20 cent stock. That's even harder to manipulate, to handle. This one, yes, but the trend, I don't see anybody really playing it up, kind of thing. So yeah, there's a trend change from up to sideways. Right now, it's sideways, until it breaks the old high, which is over there. Then yeah, you can possibly see going to the next high of 58 cents right up there, that kind of thing. But yeah, so again, but as a sector, the energy is also not strong as a sector. There's no sector play also right now on energy. I see Inuan and Petron and all that, Caramin and all. They're the hibiscus, and they're just there's no follow through buying, so to speak. In fact, the whole burst. Right now, it's not at all a time to be really, betting the farm. um, uh, Dan Zanger would say, you probably just play a little bit just to get by, just to get well oil a bit, so you don't get rusty. I mean, you play 1, 2 lots and just test the market kind of thing. It's not the time to really load everything in. Where is the volume? I mean, to be honest. So, although we are discussing, we're having a session here and discussing and sharing. The reality is that things are still very soft. Soft. Go easy, go easy. Couple lots here and there, and yes, wait for the high tide to come. This is the low tide. Low tide.
All right. Next one, someone request for MI. Okay, at first glance and based on chart and our system, I know why it is already. It's bearish. Technically
Yes.
bearish. If you look at the moving averages and also our indicators, red arrows, red arrows, red arrows. Despite volume being there recently, but there isn't any breakout in terms of price.
Yeah, I think you're the same person who requested for this on last Thursday, right? You are falling in love with this stock a lot. Yeah,
I'm not sure if it's the same person,
not,
but,
not sure,
but someone did request.
Yes, someone did. Yeah, it may not be you.
Maybe
we talk about the climax, remember? So yes, but overall, it's still waterfall. You know what I mean? Waterfall. I mean, good example. Look at Top Bluff. I mean, 70 cents today. I can pull out Top Bluff. We said don't touch long ago, don't touch again, and again and again. So somebody say, wow, 1 ringgit is very very reasonable, very cheap. Go. It's yeah. How can you come down further? Look at it. And if you zoom it a little bit, yeah, out, yeah. Look at that. It's a descending triangle breakdown. Yeah. So let's hope that this will be the last one. And I wouldn't I wouldn't be sure until it tells me so that it has actually turned the corner. And for me, turning the corner is it has to go above the 89 level, which is basically the Donchian upper channel, which is the 20 bar high, right? Until so, until it can do so, this stock continues its waterfall and I want it to be out. I will, consider going back in if it can break the 20 bar high, which is the Donchian rule. So useful that one. And which is in our this the red resistance line over there, the Donchian. That's it at 89 cents. And
Hmm.
if we zoom this in, Afnan, look at that. Look at this. Today is a nasty fall, with a gap. Let's hope the afternoon somebody pulls it back up again to form a hammer. Then we get a fake breakdown and then a U-turn. Let's look forward to that.
Okay. Next one is the last request for Gabio. All right. This is IPO. So let's see what's going on. Okay. You want to comment on this or?
Yeah, I like to just for you to draw a line, Afnan, connecting the opening open, the, on the day that it opened, it listed not the high, but the
Open,
open. Yeah, draw a line across. Right now is actually resting on that line. Can you see that?
Okay. Yeah.
So although it looks terrible, that with two red candles, long one sharply coming down, I have this pleasant feeling that may see it pulling back up again and forming some sort of a lower shadow because it's now testing the resistance, which is now the support. I have this positive feeling. If that being so, that would be a BOD carding. But you go into the 15 minutes chart to do that. That's where the kangaroo style comes in because to be honest, sharing a secret already. I talk about a 15-minute suddenly. So basically, that's a good intraday chart for you to spot a possible bottom.
Okay, so yes, that's
You can continue. Yeah,
but
I just got that observation.
what you said is what I wanted to say. So
Also, I'm sorry.
okay, so it's all right, it's all right. But that's the last request for today. So
Oh
I
yeah.
guess we can end this, wrap this up,
Okay.
right, and get ready for the market to reopen.
Right, let's do so. Okay,
right.
so look forward to see you guys on the 24th of September. Those of you who are really, really serious in making money and intraday, the kangaroo technique is the technique. So looking forward to see you guys on the 24th of September. Okay,
Okay, so let's end this. I'm Afnan.
Fred,
Okay, so see
see
you
you
in our
in our
class
class.
and
Let's
let's
make
make
money
money
together.
together.